We were married very, very, very young.
How young?
Papa was only 18.
How old were you?
19. So, and we had a baby right away. And it was a recession going on that year, so there weren't a lot of jobs.
Did you have any expectations for what your new life would be like with Pop Pop? Like when you were young?
No, not really. I didn't think I would get married that young. And, I mean, I didn't really want to get married that young, to be truthful. I wanted to travel. I wanted to see the world. I wanted to go to school. I wanted to do a lot of different things. I didn't want to be tied down that early, but that's the way it happened. I was pregnant before I got married, so.
So if you weren't pregnant, you probably wouldn't have gotten married right away?
No. I don't think so. I expected to be happy. I expected to share things with this person that knew me better than anybody, and I knew him. We were very close, so I just figured we'd be. Once the children were grown and whatnot, I just thought we'd have a really nice life and more money, able to do more things.
So.
And in many instances, we did. He had his first knee operation somewhere in 1980s.
Oh,
He
that
had
early?
3 operations. Huh?
I said that early? I didn't know it was.
I think it was, maybe it was like 1990, but it was either the late 80s or the probably 90s that he had the first knee operation. And actually, it was a success. And he healed from it, and he did well, and he, went back to work and everything. And then the mechanism that was in the knee, they placed some kind of a metal thing to replace your knee. Anyway, that broke or failed or something, so he had to have another second knee replacement, what they call it. And when he had that one, he got an infection. And by then, he had also developed diabetes. Because he remembers it all. Sometimes it all runs together for me.
Mm-hmm.
It just seems like it's been going on with his leg, one or the other of his legs, and his various ailments for the last at least 15 years. We've been here in this place for almost 10 years. And he had problems before we moved here, so. Everything. We had our ups and our downs, good days and bad days and whatnot, but we kept on, just both of us worked very hard. Pop had different kinds of jobs that weren't very nice. He worked in a bakery for a while. He was a bartender. He worked 2 jobs for a while. And he was working nighttime and I was working daytime, so sometimes we didn't see a lot of each other. Sometimes that was good, sometimes it was bad.
Yeah.
So the first 3 or 4 years, was pretty hard financially and just adjusting and just growing up, I guess. And the other stressful time, I guess, most stressful is now. now that his health is gone and he's not well, he's had his leg amputated, and now he's sick and not doing too well. So, and we're a lot older, so things are sometimes a lot harder to adjust to. But it's as big, if not bigger, an adjustment than when we were so young when we were first married. So.
Little did you all know, I was engaged twice before I got married to.
What?
I know. But I was very young. I mean, I was engaged to for Tom. Tom was well, he was 6 years older than me. I met him when I was 16, and he was in college then.
Huh.
And he's a veterinarian now. He went to veterinary, became a veterinarian eventually.
You got engaged at 16?
Well, no, I actually didn't get engaged till 17. He gave me a ring when I
Wow.
was in high school.
No kidding. I have no idea.
At the end of the
So
street,
why
there was a
did you,
cleaners,
if
a
you
tailor
didn't,
shop.
if you
And
wanted
his
to
brother bought
like
that tailor shop.
travel
Well,
One
and such?
summer,
I was
he
pregnant
came
before I
to
got
work in
married.
his brother's tailor shop because
So if
they were
you
actually
weren't
from,
pregnant,
Maryland,
you
and,
probably
he
wouldn't
was
have
in
gotten married
college.
right away.
and
No.
I met him, when I met him, he was a junior in college.
I don't think
And
no,
then
I
he
don't
came
think
back and we wrote letters to each other, and then he came back the following summer. And we got, kind of serious and whatnot. I really wasn't ready to get married, and I didn't know if I wanted to move to Virginia and a whole bunch of other things. But anyway, your father came back into my life. And we started, he was right there. So Tommy was away at school most of the time. So I started going out with him and whatnot. And then I decided to break the engagement. And I did. I did.
And you don't have any pictures of him, I guess.
I did, but I think your father found one and tore it up.
Yeah, sometimes I thought about, what if I had married the guy I was engaged to, or somebody else that, that I was serious about for a while and whatnot, or that was mainly they were serious about me, I guess I should say, because I was pretty young. And
That's mainly our younger years that we've covered, I think. And as time went on, this is being filmed in a sort of hospital room, so kind of how things change and people change. But life goes on.
the one where Pop-Up and I are sitting on the sofa, on the couch at my mother's house, and we're holding Trisha between us. And I think in that picture, when I looked at that, I thought, my God, he really looked young. I mean, he was sort of all teeth and skinny, and and here we are both holding this baby, looking like two kids, which I guess we were, but still, it just reminded me of how young he was. I think over a period of time, as a person, I've grown to be more tolerant of others' weaknesses or failings or whatever, and I've learned to compromise. I've learned to be. I've learned to be a stronger person. I think I think that there were many things to overcome over my lifetime. Which most of it was married, and having been married so young, and having children and whatnot. I think that I've grown as a person. I've learned how to sort of make the best of what I have.
Mm-hmm.
more accepting, learn how to forgive. Well, I guess I'm glad I lived
Hmm.
with all the ups and downs and everything. Life is very precious.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to live one day at a time, and sometimes 1 hour at a time, and you get through it. And all in all, I think I'm very grateful for the life that I have. I think I've done. I think me personally, just me as a person, done pretty well in my life with what I have, and I I'm satisfied with my life and what I've made of it.